Tom TV Show Reviews is back. Tom TV Show Reviews is back. You can't see my hair. You can't see my hair. I'm so tall. I'm not even in the frame. That's what we need to fix with this whole setup, guys. Hello everyone and welcome to the third channel. Now today we're doing a video that I'm excited for. I was going to do it earlier today, but then what happened was I didn't really want to review a program that had only seen 2 episodes and half of the third. So I've just seen the rest of the episodes. But Ian Sterling's brand new sitcom, Buffering. Now, you're probably wondering, buffering? What's that? You may be asking. Well, Ian Sterling and Steve something, I don't remember his last name, wrote this sitcom for ITV2. Now, I always think ITV2 programs don't go very far and don't work successfully sitcom wise. But I'm telling you this now. This was incredible. ITV don't tend to do that type of stuff. So ITV2 was the best place for it. Or not. He could have just done it for BBC Three. Would have been better. But he works for ITV at the moment because he does Ian Sterling Celebability, which is a panel show where celebrities and then normal people doing prizes. Celebrities have got an ability and they fight against each other. Marek Lurkwood is in Celebability. So he's a Sorry I Got No Head alumni. Now, buffering. There are a few key things you need to know about buffering before I get into a review. It's 6 episodes. Last night there was a double bill of 2. And all the episodes are on ITV Hub, but not on BritBox, which normally was something on ITV, they show first episode and then they release it all into BritBox afterwards. So I don't know why that didn't happen, but someone will end up telling me, because I've asked BritBox themselves. So it's all in ITV Hub, but if you download it through Sky, you don't get any adverts, which is fantastic. Now, there's another thing about it, it's not a kids show. It's nowhere near a kids show. Phil Fletcher, who I've interviewed on this channel, who's an amazing person, hilarious, funny, really good at building puppets, really good at coming up with names for puppets. I can't think. Oh, Krabby Krab, that's what it is, that he had on CBBC, really funnily enough, and he's in this as Larry the Lizard. Now, I'm going to do this. I want to tell you all about this programme. Spoilers will be coming. I repeat, spoilers are ahead. The next few words I will say will be spoilers. So if you don't need spoiled for buffering, please stop watching this. Go watch Ian Sterling's sitcom Buffering, which hopefully we'll get a second series. I just need you all to go and watch it, like it, tell Ian Sterling how much you liked it. I want to interview Ian Sterling so I can tell him myself how much I liked it. Go over to Phil's socials, tell him you like it. Go and ask Ian Sterling if I can interview him. Go on. Nah, I'll do it. Because I really want to interview him and ask him about CBC and Buffering. Now, let's get into it. You've been warned for spoilers. Now, Buffering is a sitcom about Ian Sterling, who's a children's presenter. So it's semi-autobiography, or autobiographical, I think that's the word. So I think some of it's true a little bit, because the whole children's TV bit was true. Because he was a TV children's presenter. And there is one episode where it does become true. Now, he lives with a group of friends in a flat, so it's a flat share thing. So it got, I don't remember any of the characters, I do apologise. I think Ian's character was called Ian, but I'm not 100% sure either, so don't quote me on that, because I don't think they ever actually said his name, but a lot of these actors were quite famous. Now, Ian Sterling and Phil, so Larry, I'm going to use the characters for this, because then I know what I'm on about, then I don't get myself confused. So Ian Sterling and Larry the Lizard were the best characters in this. I mean, by far. The other actors, really good. They had all their own storylines and they were thought out well, and with the second series they can be utilised a little bit more, but Larry and Ian were incredible. Now, tell you why, because it's like Phil Fletcher has never, from what I know, but I might be wrong, has never been on TV in a non-children's capacity, doing non-children's shows. Now, that's what I know of. No, I know Phil is family friendly, but Phil was not family friendly at the beginning, but then all the scenes he was in a family friendly capacity, and Phil Fletcher himself, the human Phil, not just the puppeteer, he was in it himself as well, which was really hilarious, because there was a running joke where whenever there were ever issues, they didn't want to break the illusion of puppeteer underneath the table. So in one episode where something really bad had happened to the boss, who was Ian Sterling's ex-girlfriend, she had lost a baby, and so she was off to recover from that, and so they got I think he was the runner, but I'm probably not sure, to run the studio, and he had never done this before, so he's there like clicking on buttons, playing Jingle Bells, confetti, and then they got a wrong camera angle where they saw Phil's hair, and then they had to cut it back. And there's another scene in another episode where they're doing a scene where Larry and Ian's flying, and it cuts back to what we see, which is blue screen, because I think blue screen, I don't know whether blue screen's better than green screen, but I just feel like green screen's a little bit better in my opinion. Anyway, as you cut back to him, and Phil is in one of those green suits so that he could be doing the puppeteering from his angle, and that they like edit him out within post, which is hilarious because you see the outline of his glasses. You know it's him, because if you follow him, follow him around, that'd be weird. If you follow him on his social medias, and like me, I've interviewed him, and I've seen him in interviews and bits and bobs, so I know what he looks like and sounds like. So it's even funnier. And then another episode was where they were chatting and a skeleton fell over, which was a reference to back in Series C when a skeleton fell over and hit Phil. I don't know whether it did hit Phil on the head within the Series C era, but they said, oh, it hit Hacker on the foot. They did it again, oh, it hit Larry on the foot. They went, cut, send him to medical. And so they covered his face because he had been hit on the head to cover his face, so they take him off. But the very last episode, which I've just seen, there's a bit where they're like, we want Larry on his own! Larry! Larry! And all the kids are chanting, Larry! Larry! And Ian is still in a Larry costume because he's been dancing. And so then what he does is he knocks over the podium where Phil is underneath on a chair that's got wheels where you can push yourself. He stood like this with Larry, and then he just slowly wheels away, and that's why it's fantastic. It's incredible. Now I will go over to talk about the rest of the cast now. Ian Sterling's character, when he's not in the studio with not doing all the children's scenes with Phil, are incredible. He's a fantastic actor. Now I've never seen him act before, Ian Sterling, so I had no idea what he was going to be like. When he found out that he lost the baby, he was really emotional, and it was just brilliant. So in that episode, in the very first episode, where you found out at the very end that Ian had lost the child, what had happened was two of the other characters were, one of them was waiting for a passport because there was an American that needed a British passport to be an official citizen of Britain, and what she did, she stared out the window and they had Tamagotchis, because one of the other characters, who is their landlord, or landlady, shall we say, bought the Tamagotchis from a charity shop and wanted to look after them, but didn't really know what to do. So it beeping, they were hungry, and she wasn't being very well to him, and this, that, the other. And then what happened was you found out that she ended up being really caring for these Tamagotchis, and she cared for them while she was waiting, and she ended up missing the parcel after all, which is what's really funny, because she was being all compassionate and like, oh sorry Ian, and she had then not got the doorbell, and she'd been waiting all day for a passport and then never got the parcel in the end, or the package, shall we say. Now, 6 episodes wasn't enough for this. It needed more, but because it's British, it's 6 episodes, and then you're done for that, but then you can write another section of 6. Might be one of those that get 3 series, or I might just be stuck with 2, but I want buffering on DVD. No matter what anyone else says, I want buffering on DVD. Now, the theme tune was really good. Because what they've got them all walk in the, not the song, which is I think, I'm not sure, and it's like got a buffering thing you get on YouTube, you know, that this video is buffering, and it's got them all walking then just slowly doing the thing. Cause this right, buffering doesn't sound like the title doesn't link to what the show is. It just makes you more intrigued. Now last night I was excited to watch it because they did a double bill on ITV2 at 10 till 10:30, then 10:30 till 11. It was all available on iPlayer. I was listening to iPlayer, ITV Hub afterwards. Phil was very excited. He'd been promoting it all day. No wonder he's very excited. It was incredible. I would highly recommend you guys go watch it if you haven't already. And my review should hopefully have said, oh, this sounds incredible now. I'm going to go and watch buffering on ITV Hub or on Sky or wherever you can access the ITV Hub. But the ITV Hub app will probably give you adverts if you don't mind about adverts. Go watch it there. But it is incredible. It's funny. It's witty. They even say, oh, it's just incredible. They even like had a whole this morning skit that didn't really work because that hadn't out to the actual story. Apart from one of the characters has gone to America, but then wasn't treated very well, so came back. And he did a flight simulator whilst on a flight. And he said, oh, he shouted, oh, there's turbulence. And the boat next to him, who plays the man next door character for his radio shows, like, no, in this simulation, not on this plane, in this simulation. And it was hilarious. So, hope you thought my review was thought out. Ian Stilly was a fantastic actor slash writer slash creator in this whole program buffering. I would give it a 10 out of 10 on. I would give it 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb needs to be at the very top of one of the best sitcoms on ITV2. All the other actors were incredible. It was a fabulous ensemble cast. All of them were amazing. My favourite character, Larry the Lizard. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. To our time. Bye! Go and watch Buffering right now if you haven't already.